Sarah was fascinated by Jesus washing his disciples' feet. She stood outside the door and watched him do this. "Look! Don't you see? He's washing their feet!" Sarah exclaimed. John Mark covered her mouth. When Jesus heard her voice, he turned to look at her. "Come here, my dear," he called. "Me? You want to wash my feet?" Sarah felt honored. "If you want to be my disciple," he spoke with such fervency. "I do want to, Jesus," she said. Sarah sat down, and he washed her feet. At that moment, Sarah forgot about everything else. The only thing that mattered right now was that she wanted to follow him. Jesus stared her down, but Sarah did not even notice, because she was lost in another world. After Jesus washed Sarah's feet, he spoke to everyone. "Do you understand what I have just done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set an example that you should do as I have done for you. I tell you the truth, no servant is greater than their master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." John Mark motioned for Sarah to come out of the room, so she stepped out. He was quite annoyed with her right now. "I told you not to disturb him," John scolded. "I didn't. He asked me to come," Sarah justified. "Well, will you help me serve the bread and wine now?" he asked. "I take the bread," Caleb offered. They walked down the stairs, and Caleb grabbed the bread while John handed Sarah the wine. When Sarah stepped back into the room, it was the first time she noticed Judas sitting there, and she tried her best to avoid him as she poured the wine. Jesus took the bread, he gave thanks, and broke it into pieces. "This is my body given for you. Do this in remembrance of me," he told them. "The cup is a new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you." Pretty soon, Sarah, who was standing outside the door with the other three, noticed Jesus leave the table, and she knew that she had to act fast. And then she heard Jesus speak again. "My children, I will be with you only a little longer. You will look for me. And just as I told the Jewish authorities, so I will tell you now. Where I am going, you cannot come. A new command I give you, love one another, as I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. This very night you will all fall away on account of me." Peter replied, "Even if all fall away, I will not." "I tell you, Peter, today, yes, even tonight, before the rooster crows twice, you will deny that you even knew me 3 times. "No, Master, I would never deny. I am willing to die with you." Peter did not believe him. When they all got up to leave, Sarah saw her chance and she acted upon it. She stepped in front of him. "I have to tell you something. The Jewish leaders, they want to kill you. They're planning to kill you tonight." "I know all of this, child," he said. "You know? Then why are you hiding? You're going for a walk in the open. Everyone can see you." Sarah did not understand why he was doing this. "I must suffer before I enter into glory," he replied. "But you can't die. You just can't." Sarah threw her arms around him. I wanted you to be my big brother," she said without any hesitation. Jesus was deeply moved by her words. "You will see me again," he said. "What? How?" Water started to pour out of her eyes. "I am dying, so that the world may gain eternal life, so that through me they may be with the Father." Jesus gently stroked her hair. "Be brave, my little sister. I was born into the world for this very purpose." "But you can't die." Sarah ran out of the room and then out of the house crying.